Hello everyone and welcome along to a brand new episode and a brand new series of Motor Town. In the previous series, if you haven't seen it, there's a playlist on my channel. Got to 80 episodes and just sort of ran out of things to do because I've done everything and owned everything. So I decided, you know what, let's start again and right from the very beginning. As you can see, I'm driver level 1 and I've literally driven from where you start to the car dealership to sell the awful Tuscan. I own no vehicles, but we are still on the server. So if you're interested in joining the server, head over to Discord. The link is in the video description. But we're here and we're going to jump into this quite nice red pickup truck. And I'm not sure if I can even take that trailer just now. Don't think I can. I think that's a higher driving level than I currently have. But we'll see. Yeah, driver level 2. That's absolutely fine. So we are going to do very early level jobs again here. Let's load up and see what we can do. We can, you know, if I'm driving this, I would like that blue one. No, I'll do it the right way. I will take this because last time I skipped this whole section. And let's see what pays the best. Our supermarket, 14,000. Let's grab that. We'll strap it on. We do have a little bit of money. And let's see, these are all pallets, aren't they? Yes, they're all pallets. So, nice long journey for the first one. This will get us quite a lot of driving XP. I'm immediately going the wrong way. It's such a nice feeling to be back at the very beginning of the game and to experience the early levels again. But if you've just bought Motor Town and you've just started, never played it before, this is what it's like. The only difference is I've skipped the tutorials because, like I said, I've got many hundreds of hours on this game. I don't really need to do any of the tutorials. But we're going to head all the way down off of this North Island down to the South Island for this first delivery and get our first $15,000 in, which would be quite handy. In the last season I focused on getting as much as I could. I wanted all of the vehicles, all of the trailers. This time I think I'm going to give myself a bit of an unusual challenge. I think this time I'm going to try and stick to as few vehicles as possible. That was unintentional, but also quite cool. It's so weird being back in an untuned vehicle again, but here we are. And we're going to make some decent money. I think I did a long distance trip in the first episode of Season 1 as well, so this is not a particularly new concept to me. If you're interested in anything about the game, you've just joined the channel or anything like that, you can of course hit that subscribe button, and you can also leave me a comment and ask any questions. You can also head over to Discord. We have a fantastic Discord community that a good lot of the members on Discord do in fact play Motor Town, so if it's not something I know, there will be someone there who has an answer for you. And it's just all very awesome. That is a tree and another tree, and now we're on our side. And the suspect. Fantastic. I'll get this sorted out and I will see you guys when we're back moving again. This is us just coming across one of the bridges now, across the slightly flickery seascape, and this bridge is, well, both the bridges are very, very pretty. When you come across them at night, they get lit up in this fantastic rainbow pattern. It's absolutely awesome to see. That is a Supra. Let's not crash into the front of that. So I've got 10 miles to go. This is quite a long journey. Definitely a longer journey for the first job, but it will be worth it in the end. And we're of course coming over onto the South Island now. Trying to manage the temperature a little bit because we are maxing out in this borrowed truck. I'm not particularly worried about damaging this because it's not mine, so it's not my issue. But if you're not new to the channel, you might be wondering where I've been for the last week. I took a few days off and I've come back nice and refreshed, ready to go, and came up with a whole host of new ideas and new things to bring to the channel, and that is exactly how we got here with a season 2 of Motortown. If you're here for some of the other content, then don't worry, the likes of SnowRunner is also going to continue. It's now going to be placed on the weekends, so there'll be an episode on each day on Saturday and Sunday of SnowRunner, and I have a few surprises in store. There's some new bits and pieces coming to the channel, but I'll not spoil them just now. These dory pickups are awful, and that sun is insanely bright. But let's just very quickly get through this this journey, and we'll throw on a bit of a time lapse actually, because why not? And let's see what things are like when we get to Ara. So see you guys when we get there. Okay, last couple of miles coming in now, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about what the challenges are for season 2. One of the challenges I want to give myself is that I have previously mentioned a bit of a only have one vehicle per type sort of challenge. So one car, one taxi, one truck. There will only be one semi-truck. The rigid trucks, obviously there's specific types like the tanker and the box trucks and things like that. I think I'll have one of each type of vehicle, as opposed to just one vehicle. But the specific vehicles like the likes of the rotator and things, I can still get them, of course when I'm a high enough level to do so, but that doesn't stop me from having other tow trucks as such. But there will be no loans of any kind because they are the worst thing in the world, and I can rent vehicles, but obviously they will be standard variants of those vehicles, which is less than ideal. But I can only own one of each type, which means vehicles will unfortunately be sold in this series, but I'm quite interested to see how the challenge goes like that. Now, if you're wondering where I got the 4,000 from, that is from selling the Tuscan. I currently don't own any vehicles at all. Which is not a bad thing because the Tuscan is not a vehicle I used very much in the last season. And you can, of course, there's nothing stopping you from selling it straight away. It's the car you start with, so you can get around 5,000 for it. I got just under, I think, $4,995 for selling it. And if I ever wanted to buy another one, it would be 10,000 because you only get half of the value of a vehicle back. Which I don't think is a bad thing. It discourages selling, but there will be some selling later on in this series as I upgrade from one vehicle to another. The exception to this rule are things that are like support vehicles like campies. I can have as many of them as I want for obvious reasons, and things of that nature. Here we are just pulling into our supermarket now. If we could actually come to a stop, that would be good. And just like that, we got 8 trucking levels, which is fantastic, and just under 15,000, but of course we have to pay the vehicle owner share, so we get 11.5, which does put us up to just over 16,000, which is absolutely fantastic. We can't pick anything up from here. I'm pretty sure that there's actually nothing to pick up in Ara. I do love how the map does this sometimes. But the other thing you can do is, now that the map has fixed itself, you can teleport. So we'll teleport over to Epic's house that's in the starting town, like so. Let all the textures load in, and we'll crack on with her. Okay, here we are with our next job. We have borrowed yet another vehicle, and this time we're not going anywhere near as far. We are just going to the other side of the north map, up to Jeju. And with this time we have 6 pallets, and there is Plus driving past there in a blue Ferrari, which is very cool. So we're just gonna do basically the exact same thing as we did in the last delivery, but this time we are going just south to north, earn a little bit more money, but a little bit more local too, and it does put me up towards the north, which is where I kind of want to be just for the next round of deliveries. I always forget about this bridge. All the hours that I've played this game, I always forget that that bridge is indeed a thing. So this is a very good little flatbed truck, a very good early game truck as well. I did consider this being the first vehicle that we purchased, but I don't think I'm actually going to do that. I think I'm going to go for something a little bit different, which might mean that we'll be using borrowed vehicles for a little while, but that's okay because I do indeed have plans, and plans are the best thing in the world. We are not keeping up with that BMW. These kind of short local jobs are always handy. You get okay money for them and they help you explore the map as well, so if you've never played the game before, I definitely recommend just taking deliveries for all different places and getting used to where things are in the map. So I'll crack on with this and I'll see you when we get to Jeju Supermarket. Not far away now, and this puts us on the right side of the map for where I want to be. Which is always a good thing. There is the supermarket right there in front of us. The autopilot doesn't like supermarkets, so if you are using the autopilot feature, you will have to drive into the triggers yourself from the supermarkets. There we are, nice quick couple of thousand there. We're up to driver level 4 and trucking level 12, which is good to see. As we weave our way out of here, I will go on with the next job, which I would like to be. I'll go around to the right. I will just find my way there myself. There is a town that is just bustling with places to deliver from, and that is exactly where I want to be. I was going to cut the corner there, but there is no need because these roads join together. So we're up to over 20,000 now, which is absolutely fantastic. Because the car I want to buy, I think, is about 20,000. We've lost control. Well, as of right now, I don't actually need a car. But here is one of the car dealerships. A car would be good and all, but that's something for another day. For today, we definitely don't need one of them. We need to make some money, get our levels up, and look at making a company. Because we're on a server, I will be changing my company to a corporation, I believe. In fact, no, I won't, because I have my other character that has a corporation. So I will, in fact, just have a company on this particular character. I do still have the Season 1 character with all of those purple and orange vehicles. So I might still use that one for like live streams and for server things, like placing campies around the map and things like that. But this is the town that I would like to be at. And there's a couple of things I can do here. I can go to the cheese factory, I can go to the meat factory, I can go to the toy factory. And I think what I'll do is, I'll just check out the cheese factory first of all. See if there's anything decent here. There is there's a few things here, but not a great deal. So let's go and check out one of the other factories then. The toy factory is always a good one to make decent money delivering toys to supermarkets. That's always worth a good chunk of money, which is kind of the name of the game as such, is to make some money and have fun. I think what we'll do is we'll check this place out here. This is the food factory, I believe it's called. And there's an awesome little delivery you can get from here to the airport back in Jeju. But it's timed. I'm just not sure if it'll fit on this vehicle. They do indeed fit on this vehicle. So there we are, 2 airport meals. And like I said, it is a timed delivery, as you can see in the top right hand corner. So we'll very quickly race back down to Jeju. This is the easiest early game run that you can just go back and forth from that I know about. It's so quick, so easy. And it is literally just along the road. Police have set up a roadblock for me. We'll just drive past that and pretend it doesn't exist. You don't have to worry too much about the police in this game. They do chase you, you do get fined, but you don't really have to worry about them too much. Going back past the dealership there. Try and maintain a semblance of control as I come around that corner. As you can see, we are absolutely flying through this. No issue at all in getting this done on time. Even managed to get a free jump in there. This fence, in case you didn't know, you can just drive through, which is always handy to take that little shortcut. And there we are, 5 grand just for like a minute and a half's work. And for some reason it's not showing me the hitbox. I might need to reverse in. There we are. Let's see what we can pick up from here. Some deliveries to the residents. Don't really want to go that way or that way. We'll give that one a bit of a miss for now. We're still trucking level 12 though, so maybe we in fact will take those. I'll get these delivered and I'll meet you guys back at our destination, and I'll see you guys there. So one of the things I like to do from the Discord server for a bit of engagement is we have a photo of the week competition, and this particular week it's run for 2 weeks instead of 1 because I took a week off. But the photo of the week winners from the last round should be appearing on your screen around about now, and big congratulations to all of them. And if that's something that interests you and you want to get a photo of yours shown on the videos for a week, then head over to Discord. The link is in the video description. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, you can also like, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe as well. And if you've got some early game tips for Motortown for me, let me know in the comment section down below. I love reading your guys' tips out. But as well as getting your photos shown on the videos for a week, you also get, the winner gets a role for a week, which is awesome stuff. But there we are, there's yet another delivery done. And I believe there is a warehouse or something around here, is there not? Let's have a quick look at the map. Possibly not. There is a farm right there. So let's go and check that farm out. I don't know why it doesn't put my markers on. But the other thing that's worth noting is you don't actually have to use the roads in this game. Not all vehicles, but a fair chunk of the vehicles, as long as you're somewhat sensible with it, can actually work off-road. There is mud and the likes in the game. You do generally want to avoid that, but you can just take shortcuts if that's your particular playstyle. But as you can see there, it will damage your vehicle unless it's set up to specifically be off-road. So let's go and see what this corn farm has for us. I'm not expecting particularly great things, but a full load would be ideal. Let's see what's nice and close. That's literally back to where we were, and that's just a bit further along. There is a demand on this. I think I'm actually going to take this one because there is 10 of them. There's also 10 for that one. Let's take that one. And it's corn we have on the back of the truck now. So just like before, we're heading this time down to the south. And for those of you who are interested, this first episode is going to be an hour's worth of, well, an hour's recording session, so roughly an hour's gameplay. To give you an idea of what the first hour of Motortown is actually like. And as it stands just now, we are only about 40 minutes in. So we'll get this one done, and we'll see if we have time for another one after this. But we'll see you guys when we're back down to the start town. Almost to this destination now, which is absolutely fantastic, and that did not take us very long at all, about 4 or 5 minutes to get down here. And I'll be completely honest, that was with autopilot because I stepped away from the computer while this one was going, which is a bit slower. But this is certainly not a how to spend your first hour. There's better things you can do, but this is just the way that I've decided to do it. That's put us up to trucking level 13 and driver level 5, but I think we were already driver level 5. So let's have a look here, because it's always good to just go from where you are. I wouldn't actually say no to going to Gappa, but there is only 3 for there. But I am in fact going to do that, because one of the other things you can do is take from multiple different places. So I'm going to take these 3, and this will more than likely, well, this will definitely be the final run that we do in this episode. Gappa is quite a distance away, as you can see. It's about 9.5 miles away on the South Island. I'm just going to come around here and see if I can get any more for Gappa from this farm. So let's see, we're looking for Gappa supermarket, and there is in fact 3 for here as well. So we'll strap them down, full load. It's all rice pallets, but let's make our way down to Gappa now, which is going across the other bridge, I believe, and one of my favourite places to go early game. I do enjoy Gappa in the early game, at least. and it will be a fantastic little journey. So I'm going to throw this onto a bit of a time lapse, and I'll see you when we get down there. Nice little drive ahead of us. Okay, this is the turning in for Gappa. I have no idea how I managed to roll this Kira flatbed over twice and land back on my wheels both times. That is unheard of, but hopefully that's a sign of the luck we're going to get in this season of Motortown. I'm certainly hoping so anyway. But this is the first time that we've hit the mud. As you can see, mud is slippy. Mud is very slippy, but I do spend a good bit of time on it, which is always fun. We're now up to driving level 7 and we're still trucking level 13, but we're not far away from getting this delivery done, which will of course see us have more levels into trucking. And we have just ticked over the 1 hour of recording time, but that's absolutely fine, because I did step away from the computer for a few minutes earlier on in the recording. So if you've never been to Gappa before, I highly recommend that you travel here. It's right in the middle of the South Island, and it is a fantastic place to take cargo from. There's 4 farms that you can pick from, and you can take pallets from them all if you have a big enough vehicle. Well, this is one of those occasions where the GPS location for the delivery for a supermarket is way off. It wants you to be on that road at the back there, which there isn't an entrance point from there. Well, there we are, another 17,000, which is absolutely awesome. So we're up over the $50,000 mark, and the hour has passed, so this is unfortunately where I'm going to call this episode for today. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can, of course, subscribe. And let me just go and deal with these police very quickly. There we are. You can, of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, you can join the Discord. The link is in the video description. We're about to get run over by the police. It's not very nice of them. And yeah, I will be back with another episode of Motortown very soon. Thank you all very kindly for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.